I want to go back to the first question you were answering. You used the term for defining yourself, a white girl with a privileged background. Uh, I want to go back and then ask you to explore that thought a bit more and then explain that idea of what do you mean by a privileged background and what the underlying idea that you have to be more curious than others because you are a white girl with a privileged background.
Yeah, I guess that reflects the thought that I've needed to educate myself over the years about the degree of privilege that I had, and I didn't know it at the time. You know, let's go back to being 18 and fresh out of high school and having aspirations to do X, Y, Z. My opportunities that I had access to and was able to take definitely were supported by the fact that I looked the way I did at the time. You know, I looked the same as most of the audience at that time. That's not lost on me now, but it probably was then. Probably then I would have said, oh, I just worked harder than everybody else. But I would argue that back then there were probably people who worked as hard, if not harder than I did, and they would have missed out on the job simply because they looked different to me. So I see that now. And they would have missed out on the job simply because their upbringing was different to me. And I'm not here to tell you that I come from a rich family. I'm not. I come from a suburban family. I went to a public high school in Western Australia. But even that, I can see that that's privileged. I can see that that gave me opportunities that other kids simply didn't have. So that's what I mean by that. And that I've been given a really fortuitous career. I've been given public platforms to speak on. And my goal is to use those platforms better than maybe I did back when I was working full-time on a breakfast radio show or when I was making radio shows. You know, if I'm here now doing it, I come from a far more educated place and a place where I hope that my curiosity has taken me, my interest in listening more than I talk as well. I hope that that's afforded me that, and I know that it's an ongoing process.
Mm-hmm.